No problem, boss. Turn this brightness down just a little bit. I don't want you shining that bad. Alright. Betty! Betty! Yo, turn the TV down. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yo. Yo. Listen. We back. If you're watching right now, you can see that I got on a special. Hold on, let me stand up. I got on a shirt right now, right? What it say? It say Dodgeball Tournament Champions.
That's right.
Because you know what?
2019.
God damn champions. We went in there. We was the underdogs.
That's what we are, D Blank.
We lost the first round. We said, fellas, listen, where's a warm-up? We good. We gonna come back. Everybody in there doubted us. Doubted your boys. You know what I mean? What happened? Tell them what happened, Shawn. Tell them what happened. Because I don't think they understand what happened just because I'm showing them the shirt.
Yo, I think we spoke about it in one of the episodes previously, but we went to work.
Just had to refresh.
We went to work.
Had to refresh that. God.
That's what we did.
Damn.
We won 6 games in a row. The championship game, we were down. We were down on our knees. Like, yo, we can't even get a breather. No, we got to go back to back. They set us up for failure, but you know what we did? We persevered. We bounced back from that first loss to the girls, the softball girls, and we gave them a can of whoop ass.
Yes.
Excuse my language, but that's what we did.
Went up in there. No lube.
Got the W.
Yeah, that's right.
6 games in a row. I think between those 6 games, we got a 3-minute total break?
If that, bruh. We were the most worked group. And guess what? We were the only minority group.
And dodgeball gets intense. So people who listen and like, hey, the guy's lazy, it's dodgeball. Fam, we're not talking about elementary school dodgeball. We're talking about intramural dodgeball.
Plus, them balls was stupid small and stupid light. So you got to add even more strength behind the throws just so they get somewhere.
I was sore the next day because the force I was putting behind them dogs, I was slanging them dogs.
They don't hear you though. They don't hear you though, man. Listen, man. Tell them how you feeling other than the fact that we feeling like champions. How you feeling right now? How you feeling?
Man, I just came from the gym. So I'm feeling good. But prior to the gym, I've been feeling unhinged, my man, unhinged. And I'm going to tell you why I'm feeling that unhinged. The school year is coming to an end. So May, June, us teachers, we're checked out, my guy. I've been checked out since May. But I still been pushing. I've been pushing. Students feed off of that energy. So I can't show them like, I really don't want to be here. So I'm trying to make things still fun. I'm still digging down and deep and preparing them for the finals because they took their exams back in early May. So it's like, I'm done with that. So now it's just like, I have a lot of room to maneuver around like short stories and things of that nature and play around with whatever I want to do. But I've just been unhinged. Like, my mind, mentally, I leave like, God damn, that was a long day. A regular 7-hour day feels like 24 hours to me, man, now. Other than that, I'm still optimistic. Like, yo, you know what? Let's finish strong. Finish strong for the 8th graders going into 9th. Finish strong for the upcoming 8th graders. Our school's only 7th and 8th graders, so I don't have 6th graders, and I don't know them. They're at a different district, but I'm finishing strong for my upcoming 8th graders, so like the 7th graders I have now. So they be like, yeah, Mr. Mignon, man, that was cool how you ended the year. And then bada bing, bada boom, transition into late August, early September. Let's start off strong, but I'm tired. I'll be honest with you, I'm tired. How you feeling?
I started this week feeling good. You know what I mean? I had I was in a fast track to making some changes in my life, positive changes. And the weekend brought great positive energy to me. Actually, the ending of last week started to really bring some positive energy my way. So overwhelming, this energy that I was feeling. I just didn't know how to act. You know what I mean? It was so powerful to me, the type of energy I was getting. You know what I mean? I'm in the midst of getting a new job. Um, a great thing came my way to help me better the products and deep blank. You know what I mean? So I'm putting out quality products with that new machine that I got, and the time it takes to make products has been cut in more than half. You know what I mean? Like one shirt usually would take me about give or take 30-40 minutes. That's with thinking about the design, sometimes even up to an hour and a half. But now the pressing of the product takes me 5 minutes with this new machine instead of
Nice.
taking 20-30 minutes with the I don't even want to talk about it, man. But listen. And then the week went by and I felt good, but then I encountered something that annoyed me. Which made me it's lingered on me.
Mm-hmm.
Older people, I lose a sense of respect for older people, I should say. Like, you know what I'm talking? When I talk older, I'm talking like 40s, 50s, mid 30s, going on to 50s, so like 36 and up, I would say.
Okay.
Right? They sometimes lack the most simplest knowledge, and it can literally just be a question away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, for example, I was talking to this lady, and she kept referring to how Haitians talk as Haitian. So she said, "Oh, Haitian person was talking to a Haitian person in Haitian," and I'm just sitting there like, hmm? like what? You couldn't say French, even if you didn't know there's Creole. You couldn't say French because like majority of the world knows Haitians speak French. You know what I'm saying? Well, Creole's like a dialect of that, whatever. And then another lady had made, I think 2 episodes back, if y'all watched the video, I was wearing a hoodie I made where it said D Black on the front, and then it said melanated on the back, melanated 93, right? So a lady had noticed it and was like, what does that word mean? So I was like, oh, it means I've been black since 1993, right? A couple of days later, she approaches me and she's like, she was talking to somebody about it who also has seen it, and they said how much the other person loved it. And basically, to just wrap up that quick conversation, she thought melanated was a Jamaican word for black. And it kind of just like threw me off because I'm like, both of those situations was simply a question away or even a Google away. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so older people, I just feel like they should know more simple knowledge, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say race because it's not important. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. But just the fact of they should know simple knowledge, and if they don't, it's a simple question because you're old enough to know how to ask somebody a question. Since you weren't really raised in the technology era where you don't know how to have a conversation. But that kind of just annoyed me, so that was my feeling on that. I just thought I'd share.
That's cool. Well, first of all, congratulations on the new job.
Thank you, appreciate that.
That's what's up, bro.
It's a very propelling towards my career goals, so I had to make that adjustment.
It's nice, man. Change, man. Change can be real difficult sometimes, but necessary. And the second thing, melanated, is that a word?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So what is this? It's a verb? It's like, it's an action? What are you doing?
Like, you see my melanated queen over there?
Oh, it's an adjective.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You know what melanin is?
Yeah, I know melanated.
Right, so
I've heard of melanated.
So melanated.
Melanated skin.
Yeah. You can't say melanated skin, but...
Muff! That joint comes up to Urban Dictionary, man.
Don't matter, bruh. Melanin, melanated.
So it's not in the dictionary. So that's
hold on. Tell me.
If it's in the Merriam, the Webster.
You could try to press me on that matter, and I knew this was gonna come up.
Merriam.
But at the end of the day, you should know what melanin is.
No, I do, but I just didn't know if so. All right, I'm basically alluding to the fact that you can't be mad at her.
I'm not mad. I said annoyed. Big difference.
You can't be annoyed at her.
Ask me what it means.
She did though.
I told her what it means, and then she automatically assumed it was a Jamaican word.
No, well, you told me she asked, what does it mean?
And I said I've been black since 1993.
Yeah.
But why do you automatically entertain that as a Jamaican word? What I'm getting at.
I'm going to come back to this because of our
It's not a freaking Jamaican word.
No, my man, you becoming aggressive. I'm just saying I'm going to come back to this.
That's my mood today. I'm somewhat aggressive.
Topic, microaggressions.
Okay.
I'm going to come back to that. I feel like that might be a form of one.
All right, cool.
All right. Melanated. All right, good word to make up. What'd you learn this week? Or you want me to go?
I can tell you what I learned this week.
Alright, cool.
I don't. Nothing really popped out to me this week that I really felt like was like, oh, hey, I learned this. You know what I'm saying, but as I was looking up words, that like paired together,
Mhm.
I came across a list that got into the details of words that mean their own opposite. So I was like, oh snap, that sounds kind of pretty dope. I opened it up and here I am, spending I say like 15, 20 minutes just reading the words, definitions, learning about words I never heard before. You know what I'm saying?
Let me hear an example. What you got?
A couple of words, just simple words. I think one of them was dust.
Mm-hmm.
So dust means to like lightly powder, like a white powder or something.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, dust means to get rid of like powder or dust or whatever on like furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I think was seed.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're gardening or whatever, you like put seeds down or whatever. But at the same time, you seed a tomato, which means to remove the seeds from a tomato.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I think I wrote another one down. Let me check. Did I write another one down? Oh, fast.
Mm-hmm.
Fast means to, go quickly, right? But at the same time, fast means to lock down. So that was my what I learned this week.
So you telling me you learned homonyms?
I mean, if you want to put a word on it, sure.
Okay. Well, I didn't learn. I learned something a little more complex this week. I'm not trying to say what you learned is rudimentary, but I learned about the 1982 Tylenol murders. Does that ring a bell to you, D Blank, or anybody?
Not at all.
It didn't mean to me neither. And where I learned it from, there was like a discussion board under it, talking about, you didn't know what this is. Wow, where have you been in America? This and that. But then I saw under that comment, phone ringing. My bad. I saw under that comment, oh, most millennials might not know about this and that. And I felt a little better because I'm like, why would I know about that? Yeah. It's not like that's something they teach you in school. Anyway, the 1982 Tylenol murders were a series of murders. Late September in the Chicago metropolitan area, fam. And do you want to try to guess what it was? Just thinking about it. 1982 Tylenol murders. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like murder could be like an extensive name for, like, you know what I mean? Like maybe like you murdered the stock market or.
I like that. I was even thinking about that. All right, so yeah, you're thinking more figuratively.
But I would assume it has to do with Tylenol, the brand, obviously.
Yeah. So boom. Anyways, this was crazy because ultimately I'll get to the gist of it. In the Chicago area, like a small metropolitan area, like I said, somebody basically, I guess, tampered with the Tylenols. And I'm going to talk about how that also stemmed and led to other things happening and how it's affected us today. Tampered with the Tylenol and put cyanide in them joints. And I see you had this incredulous look on your face, like, well, how do you even do that? Because they used to be gel tablets where you could just insert like the cyanide, like with a needle, or some of them, I believe it mentioned where you could just break it off, pour what was out of it, and pour the cyanide inside of it. So I think it said roughly seven people died that day within 24-hour span of 1982. September 30th or 29th, one of those. I just know it was late September. And I also mentioned how 31 million Tylenol products were recalled, and they found 20 packs were tainted around that one Chicago area within like a 20-mile radius. And then, as I mentioned, aforementioned, what stemmed from this? Tamper-proof products. I also found out around that time period, it was easy to tamper with not just medicines, how crazy does that sound, beverages, food. People were tampering with milks. I found out also in the same article I read, people went and tried to be copycats. You know, obviously we have people out there who can't even do things on their own, as bad as they sound. They have to copy other murderers, I don't want to talk about that, but people started to tamper with the milk products because it was so easy to just open it, tamper with it, put it away, and people will buy it right off the
Just
shelves.
handing out glass milks. But
It's unbelievable. That when you think about it, like, wow. Obviously, now we know that stemmed to like tamper-proof products. I've come to find out that's why they put the cotton inside the thing. They said the cotton really has no, it has no reason there. It's superfluous. Basically, it's unnecessary.
Mhm.
There's no reason the cotton is there, but it's just to show that. I think what did they said something along the lines. They put it there, just because if it didn't have it, somebody tampered with it.
Gotcha.
And obviously now they got the sealed boxes, and they also got the sealed like the actual container, where if you don't hear that pop, things of that nature.
Yeah. Or if that's
Yeah, exactly. That's really it. Oh, and also the 1983 U.S. Congress passed what was called the Tylenol bill, basically making it a federal offense to tamper with consumer products. I just thought it was cool, and it's just like, damn, I felt insulted at that my man comment that I didn't know about. At the same time, I was like, whatever. How the hell was I supposed to know about that?
Which kind of relates back to what I was saying about older people knowing things.
Yeah.
Like, that's not simple knowledge. So you can't hold people accountable for simple
All
knowledge.
right, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not opening a can of Tylenol and be like, oh, snap. Temper, bro. Oh, yo, that's crazy, son.
Mhm.
It just hit me, bro.
Yeah.
I was born in 93, but, I'm thinking about the Tylenol 1982. Like, bro, what?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think the average millennial would have known
Come on,
about that.
bro. They're not
All
looking
good
into
looks,
that,
good
fam.
looks. That makes me feel a little better, fam.
Like, unless you one of them, unless you like, looking at it one day and just like, this is like you're looking at a bottle of soda and it's like, yo, why is the seal on there? Like, if you typed it in randomly one day and it came up,
you take initiative to go do your own research.
yeah, I'm saying, then it's okay. But you're not coming out
I never think about that.
You're not coming out the womb like, yo, Tylenol. Bro, we went to high school and in history class, we didn't learn nothing about that. Health class, we didn't learn nothing about that. We learned about sexual protection and stuff like that. Like, tell me where the condom came from. I don't freaking know, bro.
I still can't tell you that neither. Tylenol bouncing back, by the way. Obviously, you guys know that. It's still on the shelves. It's one of the top sellers. And just the story behind it is crazy if you ever want to go look it up. Yeah. They never found the murder, if you guys are wondering. If you wonder the link, it's just hasn't been solved. But but they speculate that how it happened, they proved that it didn't come from the manufacturing company. That somebody back there was doing it because they tracked it all and they could do all that. But obviously there weren't cameras and things of that nature in the stores. So they speculate that somebody early that morning went to like the little pharmacies, CVS and things, purchased them, or maybe didn't even purchase them, pocketed the Tylenol, went to their car,
popped it in,
quickly poisoned it, boom.
Probably bought them and returned them, and they put them right back on the shelf.
Possibly return them, or just put it right back on the shelf if they stole them, yeah. And they think they drove around. They said they were capable of doing that in a matter of 2 hours and getting into that 20-mile radius. When you think about it, it's easy.
Yeah.
That's real easy, especially early in the morning.
That's stressful. Can you imagine how many people didn't buy Tylenol for at least like couple years, maybe?
Yeah.
Tylenol probably had to I wonder what they're like, how they went about getting people to buy their products again.
It talks about that. I don't really want to dive into all of that, but
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. It's a cool story how they bounce back. Like I said, their PR, whoever was behind that, man, they are geniuses, man. I was just like, sure, it was interesting.
Right.
That's it. And I have an announcement, guys. We want to do announcements, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We have our IG page, so want to finish that up? You lost me. IG page, so
you should subscribe. Well, not subscribe. It's not YouTube. You should
Palaver. This dude dead, man. I'm asking you to finish the name.
On God, I thought you were saying so.
Oh, no.
Not soul.
Yes.
I thought you were saying soul.
All right, D blank. You stupid. All right, so now the IG page, SOUL, at SOULPALAVER. I can't ask you none. So check it out, guys, because, we haven't been, we don't have the biggest following, which is fine. But D Blank and I have been posting like little stories with discussion questions, and we ask very thought-provoking and insightful questions. Well, what we think. And so far, we haven't gained the most momentum. I've had a couple people respond, and we went back and forth. And I just thought, that's fun. I think it's cool to interact with us and engage in our conversation, and just so we could get your lens and perspective on some of the things that we address on our show. You know what I'm saying? But not many people respond. We get a decent amount of people who are watching the story, so y'all see it. Man, please feel free to respond. Deep Link and I will get back to you guys.
Shout out Kev City, by the way. I saw that you shared us on your IG story the other day.
Oh, good look, City. Damn, I didn't even see that.
You see that?
I don't check IG stories much. That's why.
No, it was when you get mentioned in the story, it hit you in the messages.
Oh, I didn't check our page recently.
Yeah, so shout out to you for sharing us. Appreciate that.
Good look, City. But listen, even if you don't follow the page, that's cool. We're on private. Just go ahead and you still can respond and engage in a discussion with either Deep, Blink, or I, or both of us if we're together. We're just our goal is just to be more interactive with our audience and then engage in conversations that might lead into our show if you bring something up that we want to address and talk about. Again, that's what is it?
Palaver.
Good look.
Oh God, I thought you were saying so.
My fault. For now. It's soul. All right, you got anything?
Not really. I don't have anything I want to share this week as far as announcements goes. I think I already shared what happened with the brand earlier. We're in the works of not now, but soon we're gonna do like a special episode where we hit like Facebook Live, IG Live, so you can kind of watch us in the moment as we record, so we can kind of answer questions or statements as they're coming in. So expect that to come in the near future. Just want to throw that out there. Something to look forward to.
Bet it up.
All right, let's get into the topic of the day.
Let's do it. To start us off, D Black, I'm gonna read these to you and just tell me how you feel when I read some of these things to you. And
Copy.
Yeah, that's it.
Copy.
Let me see. What you got? What I got?
No, what you got?
So what does your hair look like today? As somebody will pull your hat off your head without your permission. I'll let you know when I'm done reading some of these.
All right, go ahead.
So, like, what are you? As they look at you, dressed in nice, polo shirt, nice khaki shorts and Sperry's. So as you give a speech to like a group at a seminar, wow, you speak so well. You don't act like a normal black person, you know? Let me try to give you one more. I wonder if your girl ever got this. You're real pretty for a black girl. Or you're real pretty for a dark-skinned girl. I've heard that a lot. How you feel hearing those?
I feel, I wouldn't say the word is bothered, but kind of just puts me in a state of mind, like, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, just the attachment, and this is not just, strictly on race, but just because I'm a African American, I'm clearly going to aim more towards what have I experienced, but it's just one of those things of not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowledge is power, and people fear the unknown. So my whole thing is, like, if you truly don't want to offend somebody, ask them. Don't ask them in a way like there's one way to ask somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hey, where are your parents from? Then it could be kind of like, oh, my mom is from Ireland and my dad's from Germany. Then it's like, oh, okay, cool. But if I just come up to you like, yo, what are you, fam? It's like, well, nah, you white.
Yeah.
Bro, wait, can I tell you what I am? Nah, you white. What do you mean I'm white? Because I look white? Bro, you're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, back up off me just a little bit, baby. You know what I mean? And then the hair thing, they could see my thing on the hair thing. It could play both ways,
Okay.
right? Because it's the aspect of I'm Caucasian, my hair is silky, oily, whatever.
Okay.
You have, in lighter terms, black hair. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Their hair is coily, it's springy, it's sometimes people are rough and nappy like mine, sometimes it's more curly and loose like yours. Somebody with oily hair wouldn't understand the texture that we have, so they seek to touch, like how kids seek to touch things to kind of get that feel of it.
Okay.
At the same time, if you've experienced these types of hairs repeatedly, don't act like I'm your first time. You know what I'm saying? Because then it just becomes a super microaggression because you've experienced these hairs before. So don't bring that type of energy around here. But I do get the whole concept of wanting to know what my hair feels like
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to know how I'm able to basically, in a nutshell, I feel like our hair is gravity defying because we don't need products for it to stand up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can get that. And the whole you're pretty for a dark skinned girl, I just feel like that just goes all the way back, bro. Realistically, like, I was thinking about today, briefly, like white lie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is it called a white lie? A white lie is basically something where, let's say I have presents inside my closet, and I want my brother or whatever to see it, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing in there. You have nothing to worry about. That's like a white lie because it's not deceiving, but it's more just to kind of hide something good per se.
Mm-hmm.
But just like, why is it called a white lie? Like, what's the annotation with white lie compared to just, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that just leads back to the fact that white is more superior than black. And, so that's my view on that microaggression for you look pretty for a dark skinned girl.
Thank
because,
you. Thank you, D Blank.
Well,
So what I got from you, I got a real, I want to say acrimonious response. Not too angry, not too bitter, but at the same time, it sounds like you your understanding of it.
I get it.
All right. But at the same time, I do feel like, forget it.
It agitates me.
Yeah, I could tell a little bit. Let's talk about microaggressions anyways, and I'll give you the scientific APA definition. Microaggression is a term used for brief and commonplace daily verbal, behavioral, or environmental indignities, whether intentional or unintentional, that communicate hostile, derogatory, or negative, prejudicial, slights, and insults towards any group. And this definition, guys, is not exclusive to any race anymore. It's anymore. At first, it was exclusive to just like race. And usually it was usually commonplace to be used for African Americans, but now it's other marginalized groups such as women, religions, the LGBT community, disabled people, etc. So that's the definition of it. But there are subsets of microaggression. I don't think people knew that beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't know that. I thought there was just microaggressions and that's what it was called. And it was only one group, and I'm getting to that group. So the three types are called micro assaults, micro insults, and micro invalidations. I always thought it was just micro insults. And I'm going to talk about that one after. Micro assaults, let's talk about that, D blank. Micro assaults are, quote unquote, explicit racial denigrations or belittlements characterized primarily by a verbal or nonverbal attack meant to hurt the intended victim through name calling, avoidant behavior, or purposeful discriminatory actions. For example, in high school, students wearing Confederate flags, t-shirts during Black History Month. That's a micro assault. Or the Charlottesville riots back in Virginia. That's a micro assault, like those rallies. Or I'm pretty sure all the African Americans who are going through this, where you have gotten into an altercation, somebody verbally who's European Caucasian, and they called you Negro or nigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's a micro assault. Same for Orientals, chinks, spics. Those are micro assaults. Micro insults, D blank. Now, these are the most common ones, D blank, and what we associate with the overarching microaggressions the most. Micro insults basically they're usually not aggressive, they're usually not intentional. They are usually done unconsciously and subconsciously by others. Example. I'm giving examples later. But micro insults could be done verbally or non-verbally. And I'm going to give examples later because I think that's going to be the bulk of our podcast and what most people experience on the daily, the micro insults. Micro assaults in a larger picture, you don't get people really going up to you, look at this nigger I'm working with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't get people walking into the office with Confederate flag shirts or forget Black History Month or forget MLK shirts. But those are micro assaults.
Yeah.
And then there are micro invalidations, D blank. And honestly, that's just when you don't take somebody's thoughts, concerns seriously, and like usually like an African American person who was like, wow, I can't believe that person did that. And a micro invalidation would be like, relax, it's not always about race. We're all human beings. Those are micro invalidations. Like you're invalidating my feelings right now, or you're being overly sensitive.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or another example would be like to an Asian American, wait, well, no, seriously, like where are you from? I'm from Cali, dude. I was born in Cali. No, I mean like where are you from? It's like you're invalidating their entire being.
Gotcha.
It's like, my man, I'm American, all right?
Yeah.
What do you mean I have to be from an Asian country? Micro invalidations, my man. In a nutshell, that's what it is. And we're going to basically talk more about like possibly micro insults, like I said, and micro invalidations also, because I do get that a lot, especially back in the days when I was more sensitive to it and where it would bother me. I would get, come on, it's not that serious. It's just your professor, and I'm going to talk about that story later. So with those definitions, do you want to kick us off with any personal examples that you might possibly have?
I mean, there were some times where, like, truthfully, I felt like there's one time I hit y'all up. I went to the gym when I used to go to the gym. You know what I mean, flexing on them. And I was walking by this car. I was sitting in my car for a little bit, and the guy had gotten out.
I already know where this is going.
And he walked to the entrance, and I got out. And then the car locked again. Bro, you just locked your whip, fam. Now I'm walking out, you locking the whip again? In that moment, I felt some type of way. Maybe he was just locking his car again. Probably. But fam, you all the way at the entrance. Everybody normally gets out their whip and they lock it automatically.
Deep, I'm gonna cut you off right there real quick. I like when you said maybe he's just locking his car again. And that's the thing with micro insults. It's definitely micro insult. I like that one because it happens a lot. And that's what we tend to do. It bothers us. It triggers a little something. It's hard not to be cognizant of that, but it triggers something. And that's the thing what they say about micro insults. Sometimes it might just be us overthinking, but they say most of the time, this few articles I read, most of the time it's not overthinking. It's the guy doing it unintentionally. It's just his implicit bias, and he probably doesn't even notice. He noticed a black person. Oh, let me just lock it again. Doesn't even notice that what he's doing and what harm that's causing you. But like you said, you feel like you're overthinking. But most of the time, we're not overthinking it.
I can see that. Yeah,
we're not, man.
Yeah, it's like, and then there's a cliche moments where it's like you're walking down the street and they cross the street.
Yep.
It's like, bro, if I wanted to rob you, fam, you wouldn't even see me coming.
Micro insult.
Truth be told, you wouldn't see me coming.
Another day, same time of the day, same people walking. White person, instead of you walking, they're not crossing the street.
Like, it makes me sick. I use the word sick loosely, but it's just one of those things. Like, why? Because I've come to realization that now I kind of just beat people to it. You know what I'm saying? So so my job I'm at now, they hired a new black person, right? So I was jokingly talking to another person there, and I was like, "Oh, they hired another black person." He's like, "What do you mean another black?" I was like, "He's black. We got to meet the quota. You know how it goes." You know what I'm saying? So I just jokingly put that out there. Just to kind of, I like to nip it in the butt, and I kind of see how people respond to my statements as far as, putting out this type of energy. And some people are cool about it. Other people, a little aggressive. Like I remember this one time when I first started. Right. This woman there, she called me. What did she call me? She called me. She called me a name. She called me a name of a product that showed I was black. I think she called me peanut butter or something. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm cool. I'm cool, calm, and collective. So I laughed it off. Right.
Micro insult, by the way. Yeah.
So the following week, she had said it again, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool, mayonnaise."
That's it.
That's it. Kept moving. Right. Thought it was jokey. Come to find out, she felt some type of way about it. She's pressing me like, "Oh, what do you mean by calling me mayonnaise?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, you call me peanut butter. I'm just matching your energy, fam." You know what I'm saying? But it was just funny how like the tables turned where I met her with her same energy and she just felt some type of way about it, which is like, I was like, "What the freak is going on here, bro?"
That's aggravating. I'm hearing about it, even experience. That's aggravating. I would have been
like, yo, pressing me, bro.
That's why, as a colleague, you said this is a
colleague, yeah.
That's why I'm low key, man. I don't engage in like.
It's like when you engage with me, I engage back. Because if you bring that type of energy, I would expect you to like it matched. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to navigate, especially one. I'm not getting into this. I'm not going to get But so deep, I have quite a few examples, my man.
Hit me.
And as I mentioned, the micro insults could be verbal and non-verbal. Let me give you both.
All right, go ahead.
Here's one personally that happened to me. 2015, I think my last year of college.
Time stamping. Okay.
Yeah. 2015, I wrote a final essay. She graded it, and it happened quite a few times prior. But I wasn't too privy to what it was. I wasn't too cognizant of microaggressions and how it's actually an insult. But basically, the gist of that one is she wrote on my essay, "Wow, your writing is actually pretty good."
And like, verbatim?
That was one of the comments, verbatim.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
At this point in my life, I was a little more aware of microaggressions because I think we just learned about them like a semester prior. And I felt defeated, man. I felt defeated, like, damn, what did you expect about writing, And I thought it was demoralizing, like, you think I can't do this? Like, I can't write the same as my peers around me?
Was this your first paper or your last paper?
This was just like a last big paper. Other than that, they were like little short, what would I call them? Not short responses, like reaction papers.
Oh, okay.
Like a page type paper to an article.
Okay. Got you.
But this was like a research paper.
Got you. Okay.
I think I would like to say I think I'm a decent writer.
Yeah.
That was one. Another one is I usually get, "Wow, you're so articulate for a black person." I got that a lot in college. Not from professors or teachers.
But just peers.
I got that from peers around. Yeah. It's like, what the hell? Now what I get in the workforce, you speak so eloquent, you're so articulate. Always to me. And listen, I could go back and say maybe I'm just overthinking it, like maybe, they really just feel that way, which they do, but at the same time, they don't understand it's an insult because I don't hear you saying that to my other colleagues.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them? Like, why do you have to keep reaffirming that I speak so well? I get that a lot at where I work now. Whatever. Here's one too. Here's one. This one didn't personally happen to me, but just want to let you guys know if like these happen to you guys. These are microaggressions, a micro insult to be more specific. There's one article I was reading about a girl. She was at a new orientation. I have a new orientation joint for you too. New orientation, job orientation. And everybody's talking about their credentials. She's the only black girl. And that's even worse. I forgot, what do they call it again? When you're black and you're a minority. They have a name for it. It's not coming to me. I learned about it last year. But anyways, she's a black girl. So that's already a double negative. Well, I don't even call it double negative. She already has obstacle in her way for being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking about their credentials, my man. And like, yeah, I had internship here, blah, blah, blah. One person turned to her and say, "So how did you get the job?" So you might be thinking, she might just be genuinely asking.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's talking about their credentials. Why do you have to ask me, how did I get the job? Mm-hmm. It's like they're negating her hard work and her credentials and basically saying, or dismissing her abilities and basically saying that, oh, it might just be affirmative action, or we'd have to meet a quota like you joked about earlier, or nepotism. She might just know people in here and they got her the job. Those are microaggressions and micro insults when you think about it, man. Like, don't ask me, so how did I get the job?
Facts.
Maybe ask me, where did you go to school? Or maybe ask me, so you've been interning? Or where do you intern? Same thing you're asking your white peers over there. And here's non-verbal, guys. And this is what I have to be extremely aware of as a teacher. Some non-verbal ones. Let me know if this ever happened to you in school. A white teacher is asking pose a question to the class. You raise your hand, they just neglect to call on you, and they wait until another white hand goes up.
Yeah, if I knew the answer, bro, pick on me, bro, because my hand is raised for a reason.
And they just wait until somebody else might have the answer, and the white person hand up, they call in them very quickly because they're just what do you think the micro insult is there?
You don't know nothing.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Exactly.
Because that happens. That used to happen a lot, bro. I'm pretty sure it happens a lot because and I get it. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's some moments where teachers see a student, they're not like prevailing in their class, but like if he raises his hand, you should be picking on him because clearly he must know the answer, especially if you're not like a class clown. You know what I'm saying?
I never do it. That's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but I never do it. If I don't call on somebody, I go like this. I'm just going to give other people a chance, Camilla. You've been on fire today. I give them a little affirmation to let them know I'm calling them. If I see somebody who raised their hand first, who possibly don't ever raise their hand, I'm calling on them. So why do you look past me? And that happens. That's why it's a micro insult. Or here's another one, non-verbal one. Well, it's sort of verbal, but at the same time, you really don't know you're doing a teacher in a class is always correcting the grammar of Black or Spanish folks only. Those are microaggressions. It's a micro insult.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, then to kind of flip it away from race for a second.
Just do it.
Same thing has to do with, like a male thinking a woman couldn't be a doctor.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And being like, oh.
Like, where's my surgeon?
Yeah.
I'm about to cut you off.
Yeah,
I'm right here. You're looking right at me. like it's a girl in front of you, a woman in front of you.
You know what I'm saying? So, and nowadays, what I've noticed is, like the white coat clearly is important, but I noticed in hospitals now sometimes the top dog may just have scrubs on, which will throw the whole person off and think it's an automatic nurse.
Absolutely.
Then you just assume that it can't be, the surgeon or the doctor, whatever the case may be. So stuff like that.
What about planes? What do you think I'm thinking of?
The pilots.
Nah, not that. What do you think I'm thinking of when people are loading stuff onto the planes? It could just be a nice gesture, but you just touch a woman's luggage and you try to put it up top. That might be a microaggression. You might be saying, "Hey, you can't do it. You're not
get out the way."
Got
you. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that a lot. Another thing. Let me see how I can flip this properly. What? That's kind of hard. I mean, I think the same premise can relate back to men being nurses in like the school field, because majority of the time you hear it's a female nurse, never a male nurse. Stuff like that. Men go through the same thing. Men, we could talk about gays. Like people saying, "Oh, you're not gay," and it's like, "Yo, bro, what? What does that even mean? Like, because I'm not wearing frilly colors and all that stuff. You don't think I'm dressed just like you? So now I'm not.
I'm not. I lost my train of thought. I'm not so feminine, and I'm not speaking. I don't walk around
with my hip out, like, bro. Like, what do you mean I'm not gay? Like, what does that even mean, fam?
That's insulting.
You know what I'm saying? So, there's that.
Or calling you. If we have a gay friend, and when the gay friend is not there, I'll call my straight friend gay. But when my gay friend is there, I don't say it. That's a microaggression.
That is a microaggression.
It's a microaggression. Why am I calling you guys gay? What am I saying about gays? These are crazy, man. And listen, guys, we're not saying you have to vet everything you say, or meaning critically examine everything that's going to come out of your mouth. We're just saying just be more cautious, be more aware.
Ask the right question.
Ask the right question. Do a little extra research if you have to before you make some of these comments the next day to your new African American colleague.
Like I said,
your
instead
new
of
Asian
saying
colleague.
where you from, say, yo, where are your parents from? That's it. They tell you the parents are from Jamaica. Oh, okay, cool. You don't automatically think like, bruh.
Or just a simple, I don't think this is a micro insult, deep language. Hey, what's your ethnicity? Right?
That too. Because people forget, we're in the United States of America, fam. Like, I mean, we're just narrowing it down here. Like, in the U.S. and you come across somebody, chances are they were born here, fam.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't automatically assume, it's not like we in China with some black dude walking on the street and it's like, yo, bro, where you from? Then I can understand that situation.
Understandable.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're like in London or like the UK, America, you know what I'm saying, where it's so diverse, especially New York.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's that.
like what? What are you talking about? Where am I from? The guy was born on 57th Street. like, where you from, babe boy? You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Cut that garbage, man. That's crazy to me. Like, and like I said, man, I can keep relating it back to the fact that knowledge is power. Like, and the older people in their 40s that are asking these questions to the younger generation, they gotta hold this L, bruh. You should know better, fam. You should know way better because you've been through life so long and you've been going through so many ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the stuff you went through was most likely direct. It wasn't no go online, somebody subtweeting you or whatever. Nah, bro, you probably went through a lot of stuff that was direct, fam. So you should know how to ask a question, how to get the information you seek without being so offensive. Because, like, on the job, bro, people get so easily offended to me. And it's like, yo, why are you so easily offended? I'm sorry that I'm young and I asked the wrong question. I do apologize, but tell me why you're offended, and then we can learn from that and grow. But if you're offended and just walk away, I can't grow from that to better myself on the next time I have the same conversation with somebody.
We got to stop being defensive and stop putting ourselves in this little bubble where it's like, oh no, people are attacking me, always poking in our bubble. And there's this microaggression video I watch where that's one way of basically obviating microaggressions and not using them. They say, hey, listen, we have to stop getting defensive and trying to just justify everything we do. Like, hey, we do have to put ourselves in other shoes and look through their lenses. I like that, D-Blink. You ain't lying, fam.
It's a fact because, there's a lot of moments where I'll have a conversation with somebody and I'll learn the next time how to go about it. Like, if I spark somebody, like, that's why I like pushing people's buttons because I see their peak. And I know not to hit that peak again, depending on who the person is, obviously.
Okay.
I know not to hit that peak again, or, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, like information like that is very valuable to me, especially when it comes to interacting with people on a regular day basis, because you can pick up certain, not stigmas, but I guess you pick up certain things that people do that you can kind of read from a previous situation that makes you realize, oh, can't do this, can't say that, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, they're like their mannerisms.
There we go, mannerisms.
Yeah.
So,
it's like how they reacted to something. And my bad. Let me go back a little bit because I made it sound like it's easier said than done because I still get defensive.
Yeah,
it's not easy, but I try. I try to reflect and like, dang, all right, maybe I didn't need to react like that, and I'll go apologize. And the next time it happens, I don't react like that. So that's growth.
Yeah,
it's easier said than done to not be so defensive.
Like when the lady said the Haitian thing. I'm not Haitian, but I kind of felt offended. Like, shorty, you dead just calling it Haitian? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something I would call it back in high school, and I didn't know no better. You a grown ass woman. You should know it's not just you know what I mean? So like
the French at least.
So
I got some more examples, my man.
Go ahead, hit me.
Ooh. Man, back in high school, I got accepted to BC. I was happy. I went and told, I'm not going to say the teacher's name because, Stanford folks. I went and told the teacher I was happy. Want to know what her response was? No way. You got into there?
Wow.
It was, listen, even if it was Yale or Harvard or any of those prestigious Ivy League schools, it was BC. But like I said, even if it was one of those other schools, why would you still say that? You know what I'm saying?
Ryan, baby. But continue.
Whatever. I was like, I didn't even know how to react. It's like, yeah, I feel like I felt a little hurt. What do you mean, man? Damn. But I was like, yeah, but I was still happy. You know what I'm saying? I was still happy to even tell her. And that just tells you how naive I was as a young high school student. I just felt like now I think back to it like, forget her. If I ever see her, I'd get her.
You know,
If I ever go to Stanford High, I'd very handle it diplomatically and I'd be very sarcastic and curt.
she really put you on
Our
a
conversations.
low end, bro, which is beyond me. Because you're probably one of her top scholars in her class, most likely. You know what I'm saying? But
No, I was a class clown, but you still don't say that. I wouldn't say that to anybody. I never said that in my 2 years of teaching high school. When students came up, man, I got accepted here. I was like, oh, wow, congratulations, man, you're going to do really well. We plan on going out to ask questions. Like, I'd be solicitous, and I'd show that, like, I want to know more about where you plan on going. I never said, no way, no, you're lying. Those are insults, man. Because I expect that they could do well and get accepted to those schools.
you know, something you said just now. You said you're a class clown, right? And what I was actually going to say before you said that was, if the actions do speak louder than words, but if you're a class clown but still handing in grade A work,
Yeah.
like, why you judge me off the action that I'm interacting with my friends if I'm giving you exactly what you want?
Don't know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't know.
It's like it's like when you hand in a resume, A1, baby. Oh, actually, you know what? Speaking of that, I just remembered something I read the other day briefly. I just saw it and I continue.
Mhm.
This black girl had got a job and she used her quote unquote white name. All right. And then the same job had emailed her back and said she didn't get the job, but that was for her black name. So they hired her white name, but denied her black name, which is hysterical to me. So it's like, bro, I already got the job, fam. So like what?
Watch it. She didn't have an interview for him in person?
I think I'm not sure. I don't really read into it.
Oh, I gotta read it. That sounds like something. That's interesting.
Because, it's like, because maybe she did get the interview with her white name. Mm-hmm. Like, those emails that's like, sorry, we looked at your resume, but we're gonna go farther with somebody else.
Deep Blink, those are microaggressions. And the article, one article I read, like 16. One article I read, they explicitly mentioned that companies do that, and that those are microaggressions. And there was a story about some company earlier in the early 2000s where they called people in for interviews, and then they had like on their name on the top of their resume, they were like, they did something where they colored it a certain color, clearly indicating that, oh, they're black, don't call them back.
Wow.
Obviously, there was a lawsuit filed and like a case for that, court case. I gotta go back and look.
That's why sometimes when I apply for jobs, I just don't even put my ethnicity on there. Truth be told,
it's sad that we still gotta worry about that.
Yeah, like, bruh, like that ass. Like, there's moments where I literally will not put my ethnicity because I'm afraid that I will not get the job. Like, they won't even look at my joint. Like, I know I'm passing your little weak ass skills tests. You know what I'm saying? Get the freak out of here with this weak ass skills test, my nigga.
Garbage.
It's just stupid easy, bruh. Second grader can do this. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I've applied to many jobs that I haven't put thing on there.
Can I tell you about Ocean City microaggression?
What?
When we went to Ocean City last year. You were in the group chat.
No, what happened?
You don't remember? Well, guys, we went to Ocean City last year.
I didn't go.
Me and the fellas, D Blank didn't go, but so before we go, the fellas and I, we would always consult in the group chat, like, hey, Airbnb, what are we gonna do? Where are we going? To our knowledge, we weren't. I don't think any of us really used Airbnbs before. Maybe Buff. But the host. So it was at Ocean City. Ocean City, we've come to find out, is predominantly Caucasian folks and just the demographics around the area. So the host was going back and forth with JK. JK had the account, was setting us up, asking JK for things. I actually corresponded with K earlier this week because I told him to use this. Asking JK for all of us to send our IDs, where we work. I think they asked JK to send a reference. Obviously, the money, the down payment, that's usually first, whatever. But just...
They don't ask whatever.
Superfluous things. Like, just unnecessary amount of things. Where it's like, the average Airbnb host doesn't ask for this. I'm pretty sure we don't need to give you these things. Because Kay told her who's going. He's like 5 guys are
Yeah.
going, and she probably looked at Kate's profile picture, this and that, but they were just going back and forth. Obviously, we still stayed there. We were a little disappointed we stayed there because, um, like she locked she locked like the balcony. We couldn't even get on the balcony when Kay asked about it. She said it was broken, this and that. Some garbage, man. It's like she didn't probably even want us to be seen outside in her
Gotcha.
place. That was thinking about it, was a micro insult. Why are you asking for all those things to check in on us?
But I don't
Come to
ask.
find out, I booked so many Airbnbs
don't
since
ask for
then.
that.
They don't ask for that.
They don't. They just want their down payment. They want to. They don't even ask really who's going. They just like if I want to if I want to rent a 6-bedroom house, like I could do that. I don't have to tell you how many people are gonna be there. I mean, they do have like a. Do they have a people max? But at the same time, it's not like they're not asking for your what you do for a job. Nothing. Bro, my Airbnb profile is my reference.
And what time you will be there.
What are you talking about? F out of here, bro.
I just wanted to talk about that too. I'm sorry.
It's just like me on Care.
You guys,
I'm struggling to find a good profile picture so these people will hire me to do like little side jobs.
Those are the obstacles we have to face being African American.
Like I gotta hope when you told me to put a kid in my profile, I got my nephew.
Yeah,
and I put him in there.
It's tough because we have to look the part. We have to sound the part.
Fam.
We have to have the credentials to back us up. We have to go the extra mile. And it's good. It's good because it pushes us. But at the same time, sometimes it's not fair and it can just be real tiring. I lost my train of thought earlier, but what was I going to say before you said the care? I forget. But anyways, guys, I also just wanted to say, listen, man, sometimes it's hard to deal with those comments all the time. There's also direct link with the psychological toll that leads to a physical manifestation of harm to yourself, where people physically commit things to their bodies because these little microaggressions, they add up. They're like 1,000 little small paper cuts, and ultimately that could really hurt you. They add up, and basically there's a direct link to the psychological toll that these microaggressions take on one person and how they lead to depression and how the depression leads to suicide. There were some staggering numbers behind that, and it's just like, when you think about it, how would that bother me? Somebody just always ask, no, or say like, no, you're not black, or wow, you actually write this well. Think about that. You keep on receiving this from professors who you look up to, you expect to learn from for 4 years straight. That could really demoralize somebody. Yeah, it's making me tired right now. If you're speaking about it and thinking about the past times, I probably hear one about
5 minutes
once every 2 days that I'm aware of. Sometimes I'm just on the move, like whatever, I don't even care, but I hear them.
Because you're not looking around, like we don't got like, oh snap, white girl clutched her purse when she walked by me, like we not. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So we're gonna close up because it's about that time. I just want to put out in the air that the last episode was not on YouTube. It'll probably be out by the time you hear this. But I was playing around with the green screen and, trying to give a different feel to the video, kind of, and nothing was really working for me as far as visually that I enjoyed, that I found it pleasing. So that video will be out by the time you hear this. So if you want to go back and watch that, that'll be up. Videos will also be dropping within 48 hours after the release of episodes. I found myself... you're never overworking, but I found myself trying to put together a video so quickly that I would miss little things that if I just spent like another hour, 30 minutes just kind of looking at it, I would find those imperfections. So just to avoid that and put out good content, good quality, expect videos on YouTube within 48 hours. Between then, I'll probably try to put out some snippets or whatever, little clips to kind of keep you busy, but do apologize for that. I just put that in the air. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good, man. Kev City, thank you again. I didn't even see that, but that's really it. Other than that, I hope everybody's still tuning in, even if y'all not providing any feedback or letting us know. The numbers show that people are listening, watching, but just hope y'all actually enjoy it.
You know who it is.
What are we talking about next week?
It's your boy. I don't know yet.
All right.
It's your boy. Peace.